Hello Internet, and welcome back to my Minecraft play series. Uh, as you can see from the title, today we are going to be building a DeLorean. But before we do that, I want to just run through some of the changes I've made since last time. So last time we built this beautiful little house on the edge of the river, and I did a few improvements to the inside of it. So let's hop in and see what we did. So just coming in here, I added a little bit of carpet around the bed here just to make it a little bit softer on your tootsies in the morning. And this big open space up top, I just wanted to do something with it. It was a little bit too open, so I made this little ship's ladder up to a loft where we have a couple of beds and a couple chests as well to keep your stuff. So let's move on downstairs. Down here, I've added another carpet as well in here. And you can see there's two new doors here and here. And in here, we just have a couple of bedrooms under here. I figured a house this big with just one bedroom upstairs was a little bit not enough, so we added a couple more. There's another bedroom over here, and this one actually has a little closet under the stairs as well. And I know, you're wondering, where's the DeLorean? I came here to see the DeLorean. So let's go see where we're going to do it. The DeLorean is... So if we start from our base here, we have our couple of houses, there's our temple. We're going to go straight this way for quite a ways because I wanted to build it far enough away that it wouldn't be visible from our city that we're building, because I don't want the city to be filled with a bunch of weird random objects. So the city will be built up back over there, and we're going to be starting a new area over yonder to create some of our more eccentric sculptures. So here we are at the build site. You can see I've built a red concrete base, and that's just to give us a flat surface to work on, cleared out all the trees, yada yada yada. And then I've built, you see there's a bit of a T here. That is the actual size of the DeLorean. I've looked up the dimensions online, and we are going to be building it at a 1 block equals 1 inch in real life kind of scale. So the real DeLorean is 166 inches long, so we have 166 blocks in Minecraft, and it is 73 blocks wide. And you can see down here, this is the color palette that I sort of been putting together. DeLorean, of course, is a body made from stainless steel, and we don't have stainless steel in Minecraft, but we do have gray concrete, which is, I think, the closest we're going to get. So we're going to use that. And then for the trim pieces and stuff, we've got black terracotta and black concrete. I think for the most part I'm going to be using the black concrete. The terracotta may come in here and there for trim pieces, but I don't think we're going to use it all that much. Also, I should mention right from the start, I have downloaded World Edit, so I'm not going to be building the whole thing all at once. I'm going to be just building half of a DeLorean, and then we're going to copy it onto the other side just to save me a little bit of time. So with that said, I will get started and check back with you later. Alrighty, so we've got a little bit done here, and if it looks a bit different, that's because I went on a bit of a modding spree and I downloaded some shaders. So if you don't like it, well, deal with it. But I got a good start here. We started with the wheels. That was the first thing I did. The real DeLorean has actually different size wheels on the front and back. It has a 14-inch wheel on the front and a 15-inch wheel on the back. Now, 14-inch wheel is a bit of a problem in Minecraft because it gives you a 2-block center rather than a 1-block center. You see this wheel here. If you look at the middle of the block, it's a 1-block center because the middle is actually 1 block. If it wasn't a 1-block center, the middle would end up sort of between blocks in an area like that, and that means the front wheel would look different than the back wheel, and it ends up being kind of wonky and not good. So I instead just made both the front and the back a 15-inch wheel. They're the same size in this build, but I did do a difference in the tires. The front tire is a 5-block sidewall, and the rear tire is a 6-block sidewall. The rear tire is also 8 blocks wide, whereas the front tire is only 6 blocks wide. So if we go around the front here, I got a pretty good start over here. I got the just the shape of the front quarter here. Got the little lip spoiler that hangs down there, and sort of the where I think the headlights will go. I'm not sure if that's quite right. It might be a little bit too squinty, but once we get a little bit more done, I think I will possibly adjust that. It shouldn't be too difficult. If you look over here, you also see I built a tower of concrete. This is actually the final height of the DeLorean. It is 45 blocks high because the car is 45 inches tall. And I actually did run into a problem when I was building this. The black concrete is so black that it's actually really, really difficult to see how many blocks you've placed. So I've actually started using black wool instead. I will most likely at the end of the build just replace all of these black wools with black concrete. But for now, that's if you see that, that's why I've done that. It's just easier to work with. So next steps going forward, I will probably start just wireframing the profile of the car. I'll probably start with the hood. I'll wireframe, just get the slope of the hood, and then do over the roof of the car, and then I'll have to wireframe the sides as well. Okay, there's the wireframing done. I went through here and I finished off the hood, which actually took quite a bit more time than I was expecting it to, given it's such a simple shape. But this hood does actually bulge up a little bit in the middle, and just getting these lines all to look good together and have it look like a cohesive panel was a little bit interesting. Up at the front here, I've got just some glass with sea lanterns behind it to make up the headlights, and then I went with nether brick to make the grill. The grill is actually black, but Minecraft doesn't have any black stairs right now, so nether brick was sort of the closest I could get to it. And if you stand back enough, close enough. Can't really tell. For wireframing, I've just been using reference photos and picked out. You got the 8 pillars here, top of the windshield, top of the doors. This here is the edges of the windows. This one is the edge of the front window. This one's the edge of the back window. And then this is the line down the edge of the hatch for the engine. And then the last one I did is you just have this black accent line down the whole car. So that's about all I need really for wireframing. Now that I have that, I'm just going to fill it in, and the next time you see the car, it will be pretty much done. And there it is. I've got the car completely filled in. It is exactly half done. We've got the passenger side here. I'll come around the back so you can see what I did there. Tail lights. Put an exhaust pipe in there. I did the same thing on the front grille, but the license plate was a little bit interesting. I sort of had to do half of it, and then when I flip it over, I'll do the other half. There's also the DeLorean actually says DeLorean on the driver's side of the rear bumper, sort of over here. So after I flip it, I will have to draw that in as well. So let's do some flipping. Up here, I've just placed a block at each corner so that I can mark it real quickly. So I'll mark that as second position, and then we'll fly over here, and we'll get this block right here is first position. Just like that. So if I stand right up against it, and we will copy, flip, and paste. 297,000 blocks, a little bit of lag. Oh, there she goes. All right. There is our DeLorean. And you can see because of the way I flipped it, there is a stripe down the center that hasn't been filled. So let me just fill that real quick. And there it is, completely done. I hope you enjoyed this build. Thanks for watching.